Today we will discuss about classically allowed and classically forbidden reason. So how you will determine that which is your allowed and which is your forbidden reason. So classically allowed reason are those reasons in which your energy is greater than your potential. If your energy is greater than the potential, then only you can cross that potential. So that is your classically allowed reason. And classically forbidden reason means energy is lesser than potential. Your energy is not sufficient to cross that potential. So that is your classically forbidden reason. And I tell you one by example, that if you have like this potential, right, this kind of potential you have, and you have energy here, random energy any, so you can see that this energy and this potential, so here E is greater than V, energy is greater than potential, energy is greater, potential is lower. So that is your classically allowed reason. But here you can see potential is more and energy is less. This is higher, so it is more, and it is less, so it is classically forbidden reason. And in this reason I tell energy is here and potential is here, so potential is lower but energy is upper, so that is your classically allowed reason. Here potential is more and energy is lesser, so that is your forbidden reason. And here also energy is more, potential is lower, then it is classically allowed reason. So classically allowed reason and forbidden reason. Now it's clear. Now come to our second and important point, that what is stable and unstable equilibrium point. In any potential curve, the minima, this local minima is your stable equilibrium point. Means your system want to exist at this point. If you have one ball, it will tend towards falling this point again and again. So this point is your attractive point also. Attractive point is always your stable equilibrium point. Right? And the maxima here, the maxima, this maxima and this maxima, it denotes to your unstable equilibrium point, or you can also say that repulsive point. Means if you keep one ball here, it can't stable here, but it will fall down, it will go away from that. That is your unstable equilibrium point. If I ask you that any particle which starts from here and go away from this point like that, so what you will call this point? Actually your particle is moving away from it. If the particle is moving away from it, that point represents your unstable equilibrium point. Right? And if some particle comes from outside and it goes and falls here, means it is coming towards there, then it is your stable equilibrium point. So stable equilibrium point is always minima of the potential curve, and unstable equilibrium point is always maxima of the potential curve. Now let's move to our other discussion that is very important before small oscillations. We will discuss something about oscillations now first, then we will move forward. What is actually oscillation? What do you understand by the word oscillation? By listening this word oscillation, what does it mean? That is to and fro motion. To and fro motion about any point. Yeah, about a point. Right? If you have one bob pendulum, and this bob pendulum going like this way, coming like this, going like this, going like this, and coming. So this motion, this kind of motion represents your oscillatory motion. Right? So there are three important conditions for oscillation. First is your motion should be bounded. Your motion should be bounded. Means your reasons should be bound. Like if you have potential like that and you have energy here. So firstly tell me, energy is here, potential is here. This is classically forbidden reason. Energy is here and potential is here. This is classically allowed reason. and this your potential is here and energy is here. This is also your forbidden region. So bounded motion, like if you have energy like this, so you can't go above this point. आप इस point के beyond नहीं जा सकते हो, because you don't have sufficient energy. You can't cross this potential. So your motion will always be in this region. Right? So means your system is bounded in this region only. So first condition for oscillation, that motion should be bounded. Second, motion should be bounded about a stable equilibrium point. And you can see stable equilibrium point is local minima of potential, and that is your local minima. Oscillation always carried about a stable equilibrium point, means about an attractive point, not about this point. You can't have oscillation here. Third and the most important point, that if something comes back and goes away and come back and goes away, means some force is acting there. So for oscillation there is always restoring force. For oscillation there is always restoring force. That force is always proportional to your displacement. So some force is acting here which actually pulls that to the original position. When your bob is here and it goes towards that, then some force, your displacement is going towards this side, but force will act in this side. Like this is going like that way. So displacement in this side, but force is in always in opposite side. That's why minus sign has came here. Right? So force is always proportional to some displacement of your system. So there are these three conditions are the most important condition for oscillations. Now we will move towards small oscillation. What does it mean by small oscillation? By small oscillations means we are considering the first power of force. Means we are considering the linear force only. When you are taking under consideration your force linear, then it is known as small oscillation, or you can say simple harmonic motion. When force is only linear, then your potential, force is your minus curly v over curly x, your potential will be your something about x square. Means harmonic. Harmonic means 2 power. Potential will be in your second power. So that means for small oscillation, always your power is, for potential is your power up to harmonic term only. That is up to second term. So for small oscillations, force is always linear. Right? So in the next video, we will discuss the problems and some brief introduction about small oscillations more. So thank you for your watching and thank you so much.